quadratic wrong. That's going to be my guess on what happened. So let's try this one. So our f of x equals x cubed minus 5x plus 2. What are we supposed to do when we get one of these? Yeah, put it in the calculator, graph the problem. So, minus 5x plus 2. Oh yeah, I got 3 real zeros here. So something was wrong if you ended up with 2 complex ones. My guess is they all have 3 real zeros. So let's see, there's 3, negative 3, negative 3, and 3. And my graph looks vaguely like it goes here, and then it comes down, and then it goes back up. What is the obvious zero? 2. By the way, if you're writing this out, you have to draw me this graph. Yes?
Well, in the book, and it said you use the last number and find it.
Yeah, and I told you you didn't have to do that.
But that's how I learned how to do it over the summer.
Okay, then feel free.
So I don't have to draw the graph.
No, if you actually check out all the numbers,
Yeah.
but don't make the list of numbers and then just pick the third one to do first. Because then I'll say, now where did that one come from? So you have to actually show that unless you happen to luck out and the first one is the only one, and then I'll say, okay. But other than that, you should do it the other way. You should check them all. Well, until you get one.
Okay.
So start at the beginning and check them until you get
Well,
one.
if I'm starting over, we'll have to do it.
You can do that too, but it needs to be obvious that you are basically not just randomly picking one out and saying, look, I got lucky the first time. No. I don't go for getting too lucky the first time. So 2 looks good. So we'll use synthetic division with 2. And in my problem, what are going to be my coefficients that I'm going to use? 1. 0, because I don't have an x squared. Negative 5. And 2. So I'll bring down the 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Negative 5 plus 4 is negative 1. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. 2 plus negative 2 is 0. Yep, not only did it look good, but it really turned out to be a 0. Yay. And what am I left with that I need to finish figuring out what the zeros are? X squared, is it minus 2x? Plus 2x minus 1 equals 0 is the last part that I need to finish now. Not looking good for, well, not to mention that given about where they appear to fall, they're not going to be nice numbers. So now I'm going to use my quadratic, and I will get that x equals negative b, so negative 2, plus or minus the square root of b squared, 2 squared minus 4 times a, which is 1, times b, which is c, which is negative 1, all divided by 2 times a, which is 1. So this gives me x equals negative 2 plus or minus, that's 4, that becomes plus 4, so it's the square root of 8 over 2. So my answers would be, what are my zeros? They are 2, the one that I found here, negative 2 plus the square root of 8 divided by 2, and the last one, negative 2 minus the square root of 8 divided by 2, and I wrote them that way because that's the way WebWorks is going to expect you to write them. So my guess is your other 2 are not
I
actually
wrote it
complex.
wrong.